EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on their in-state rivals to the west, the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. Here now, 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Throwing is Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, 55 yards. And the Eagles need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. Hurts will throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Steelers nothing.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And back to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Rodgers going to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
And the Steelers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. On the draw, Gainwell. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Now Rodgers. Down inside the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 40 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Rodgers changing the play, it appears. It's up and good, so they go the conservative route instead, and it gets them a 7-6 lead here in the opening quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the others.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. After one, a one-point game, 7-6.
32-yard line.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. It's Barkley on the counter. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Hurts will try to pick it up himself. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Dallas Goedert, 28 yards. And the Eagles are once again back in front.
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And he will find the end zone here. And the lead moves up to 7. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. Toward the sideline, intercepted.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Hurts sets up to throw it. His short throw caught by Goedert. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First and 10.
He'll drop to throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Barkley, inside handoff. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for an Eagles.
They'll look to throw here. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Throwing again on second down. Hurts. Over the middle to Smith. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up the third down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Elliott good on the extra point. And it's now 21-7.
Steelers 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A gain of 41 yards on the play.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. But what a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
319, go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Here's Rodgers to throw. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14.
27 yards. And the Steelers first down.
Throwing is Rodgers. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback. And it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
They'll throw now on the final play. That is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. On the throw, running too much that time. It's incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Rodgers now to throw. Short throw to Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
319.
On play action, Rodgers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jahad Campbell showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
At the 38-yard line.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
319.
Warren will try the right side. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 319. Over. Check 30. Hey, check 26.
Now it's Rodgers. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
To throw is Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Rodgers to throw once more. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Completes it to Austin. And he's taken down inside the 30. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Blue 58.
Throwing now is Rodgers. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It'll be first and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. On the give, it's Warren. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
319.
Rodgers going to throw. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly didn't get what they wanted on that play. That means it's a big-time decision on what you call on 4th down.
Absolutely, because a field goal here doesn't do him much good. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Rodgers finding Valdez-Scantling. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point, it's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Gets around him. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. sees that the ball's moved to the middle, and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
And it's third down.
Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
A gain of 3 yards. And an Eagles first down. It's a gain of 3. First down, Eagles.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Throwing is Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game. Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Inside. Blue 58. Take 30.
Now Rodgers. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
58. Over. Hey, 88. Hey, take 26.
Rodgers to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score, in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Great.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Saquon Barkley. And he's in for the touchdown with the clock reading triple zeros. And the extra point, if they hit it, will send this thing to overtime.
Brandon, we've seen this many times before. They've got the momentum. They just scored. Go for 2 and end this thing now.
And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult.
Silver, ready? Crowd, let's get him.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And oh, it's incomplete. So they gambled and went for two. They went for the win, and it cost them the game.
Well, this one was certainly one to remember. At the end, they get the touchdown. Thinking they're going to go for the PAT to tie it, they went for the win. Charles had guts to call it, but it didn't come to fruition.
And I know the actual call happened right here at this game, but it really happened during the week where the head coach told himself, in a situation like this, we're going for the win. They didn't get it, but he had conviction in what he was doing.
So you think those moments often premeditated?
I think they have to be, because if you rely on everything to come to you during the heat of battle, you often make more mistakes. And I think he felt like he had the team that could win, and he wanted to go for it every time.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the heart of Texas and the spectacular AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Dallas Cowboys.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you, the veteran Chris Boswell, getting things started. Off we go from Arlington. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Kyle Duggar there to make the play.
A 3-yard pickup.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Here we go.
On second down, it's Dak. He's got a man. It's CeeDee Lamb. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They run over center with Williams. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Cameron Hayward, the former All-Pro, in on the tackle.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
From the 42-yard line, here's second and 9.
Yeah, here we go. Right, wide,
Prescott now. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Now think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And this will be a short gain down to the 41-yard line. Cameron Hayward, the former All-Pro, in on the tackle.
It's second and 8.
Look him up on a second down and 8. A shotgun snap for Prescott. As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's third down. Now Prescott. Well, left side, caught by Ferguson. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on fourth down.
Here we go, boy. Hey, kill.
To throw is Prescott. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. And he is going to have a Cowboys first down. That'll wind up a gain of 11 on fourth down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
So some early intrigue as we have reached the end of the first quarter. What will the second quarter have in store? We're back to Arlington in a moment. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
To the air again. Prescott throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Yeah, here we go.
They'll throw again. Dak. Left side, caught by Lamb. And the Cowboys are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up first and goal.
Goal to go.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first and goal. And he will take it in himself. Dak Prescott. Touchdown, Dallas. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
Makes the score Cowboys 7, Steelers nothing. Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the ground is Jalen Warren. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
The tackle by Demarvion Overshown. 4 yards on the pickup. Second
Ball on the
6.
28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
258.
Once again, it's Warren. Inside the 40. Inside the 20. And they're not going to run it down. He goes all the way. 72 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And that back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Cavante Turpin on the return. He's across the 20, taking down just shy of the 25.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Dak can throw it here on first down. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Yeah! There we go!
The throw is Dak. He'll get this complete. It's George Pickens. It's a gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Dallas first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be. Because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open. He tries to lead his guy. Just puts a little too much in front.
And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Cowboys.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Yeah! There we go!
Again, Prescott to the air. There's a short run that's caught by Ferguson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll go with Williams. And he'll get it back to midfield. That's it. No gain on the play.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. They face 2nd down and 7. Prescott. The coverage right there. And it's knocked away. Incomplete. Joey Porter Jr. got a hand in there and made the play.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down.
Yeah, here we go! What do you think?
Prescott again. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
For the Cowboys field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. He He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The master of play action, Rodgers. He's going to air one out for Metcalf.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
We'll try again. It's second and 10.
319! Jumbo! 319!
From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. We'll get back to Jalen Warren. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. First down for Aaron. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Donovan Wilson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
A give, and here comes Williams. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This one from 52 yards away. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Austin now to return this. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
A-Rod now to throw on first down. Complete Metcalf with the grab. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Here's 3rd and 2.
Back north. 319.
Now Gainwell. And he'll convert, picking up the first down at the 46-yard line.
Really nice play call there that time. I think early on the quarterback realized pretty quickly, Mike, this is a light box. We got to take advantage of it. They get the right run call dialed up, and they're able to move the chains.
Hey, take 26.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Secured by the veteran Adam Thielen. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain there of 11. Good for a Steeler first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Whoa! And they'll take this down inside the 35. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the gun, Rodgers. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Brings up second and 10. At the Cowboys' 32-yard line.
Rodgers going up top again. Metcalf with the grab. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They need to get to the 22, but now face third down. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
Fourth down, Rodgers. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. And he will get into the end zone.
Touchdown.
DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. If you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. On the return, here's Turpin. Wow, they are hitting now. It's been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return.
22-yard line.
So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Pistol now for Prescott. That's caught by Lance. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's second down and 7. Prescott now. And that's going to be picked by Jalen Ramsey. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. What a time for a pick 6 for the defense. As the other team is trying to get themselves right back in this one, the defense extends the margin with the pick 6.
Yeah, just a critical moment. You find yourself on defense, Mike, trying to hang on to this lead. And not only do you do that, you pick 6 them, and you're able to extend that lead.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. On the return, here's Turpin. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 3.
Yeah, here we go. Wait, take the line in. Then we're going to 53.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. Open, left side is Schoonmaker. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away.
Oh, a bad decision there. Off his back foot, it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, to the locals, it's still and will always be Heinz Field. But for the rest of us, we're along the north shore of the Allegheny and Ohio rivers at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Up next, it's our main event between the Seattle Seahawks and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's Jason Myers to get this one going. And we're underway from Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin on the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Green 18.
Off the play fake. Here's Rodgers. His first stop win of the game winds up incomplete.
No real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was how is it going to be defended? Well, they chose to go physical. And that will plant a little thought in his mind. The next time the ball comes his way, he better be ready for some contact.
Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Julian Love bringing that one to an end.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Green 18.
Rodgers going to throw here, 3rd down. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Now go for it, Rodgers. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on fourth, and it's going to go over on downs.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings, because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There's not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4. From the gun, Darnold. On the move, headed right. His first throw is an interception. Patrick Queen in to pick it off. And the Steelers get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
Dumps it off to his running back. And he hits him for a gain of 6. He's up to the 26.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Flush down now to it. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You and I know, Kate, it's on average about 60 to 65 plays a game, somewhere between 10 and 12 third downs. And what you don't want to do is start 0 for 2 in that column.
Fourth down, the offense is staying on the field. They're going for it.
319.
They're going for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
No gain on the play.
Here's Darnold. Buys time, rolling right. He can run it. And that's incomplete, but I do see some laundry on the field. Let's see what this flag is all about. Offense tagged for the penalty there as they walk off the distance. Second down out the window. They're backed up here for 3rd down. Running it after the penalty. And he's going to be dropped with a big hit at the end of that. But the effort still sets him up with a 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it.
Here we go.
Offense up to the line fast.
12 yards. It's 2nd down and goal.
The Steelers calling their first timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Chance here for one final play before the end of our quarter.
Come on. Hit. Pass all 80.
Second and goal, here comes the option. And his game is stopped on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. All right, still scoreless through one quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Back now for the second quarter, and the Seahawks, they have got to look towards the end zone.
Here we go, son. Ready?
On third and goal, Darnold. Flushed out of the pocket. And it's incomplete on third and goal.
There's a lot of studies done every offseason, Kate, about the best red zone offenses. And typically, it's about creative quarterbacks, doing just what he tried to do right there in extending the play out of the pocket. The problem is there was just nowhere for him to go with the ball.
They'll leave the offense out there and try fourth and goal from the 4. Needs the goal line. He takes it himself. Here's Charbonnet. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown. The Seahawks get the game's first points here in the second. Zach Charbonnet with the touchdown. So, Brock, they take a gamble, and it pays off with a big touchdown on fourth and goal.
And they do it on the ground as well, and that just speaks volumes. That's confidence that you can own this line of scrimmage, and your back will see a lane and will get the job done. That just infuses your team and your sidelines with so much confidence.
Kenneth Gainwell now to return. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Rodgers off the play action. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. That's complete inside the 35. And he will get this inside the 30.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Trying the left side is Warren. And he'll be met near the line to limit the game to a yard. Tackle made by Ernest Jones.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
To throw, Rodgers. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. It's inside the 10. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers can tie it up in a second after cutting into the lead. One after up and good for Boswell. And the Steelers tie this game 7-7.
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Darnold. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. He picks up 15 on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle. And we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we hit our 2-minute warning. More from Acrisure Stadium in just a moment. All set to go now from the 35. Here's Darnold, first and 10. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
With each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
On 2nd and 10 now, Darnold. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand-in-hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Forced out to his right. He's going for it himself. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go.
It's Walker on the option. He's taken down as he takes this to the 38.
Let's go. Let's go.
Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line. They're going option keeper on 1st and 10. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Blitz coming. Darnold. Throw left side cut by Shaheed. And the defense gets the stop to deny that 1st down. It's still a very good game. They picked up 12, 3rd and short. Walker trying to run for the first. Oh, he lost the football. And the Steelers get to it. Not a ton after the recovery, so they're going to take possession deep in their own territory. What an incredible drive they had authored, Brock. But all that progress, and pardon the pun here, just fumbled away.
Yeah, I couldn't say it better myself.
They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. Trying for the deep ball. Forces one through double coverage. Oh, it's intercepted. Rick Woolen with the INT. And the Seahawks get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there, and that takes them to 3rd down.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Throwing here, Darnold. Chased out to his right. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Shaheed now to return. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down.
Shaheed on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, here's Darnold. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Elijah Arroyo, the target on that throw. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Case's got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. No throw, 3rd and long. And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
Ready, set.
And on 4th and 10, they aren't moving. They're going for this.
Ready. Check the Eagles, check the Eagles.
He's back to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Incomplete.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Complete right side to Washington. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd.
Rodgers to throw. Cut out left. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers grab the lead on their first series of the half. Pat Fryermuth, the touchdown. Boswell gets that point after the go. And the Steelers take a 4-point lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. Shaheed now to return. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Now Darnold off the play action. Finds a seam down the middle. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40.
Gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Seahawks.
1st and 10, Darnold. That's a catch. Jackson Smith-Njigba. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he's got it all the way down to the 12. And goes to the hurry up here. Walker on first down. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take a third-quarter lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Myers gets the point after the go. And the Seahawks push their lead to 3.
17. Steelers 14. Jason Myers to kick off.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Gainwell. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
All right, Steelers to the line now. First and 10.
319.
Now Rodgers. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Warren running between the tackles. And they find him after just a yard. It's 3rd down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He's got his man. This is Austin. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. First down from the 42.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back north.
Rodgers from the gun. Throw right side, caught by Wilson. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
Wilson out of bounds at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Jump out!
From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Going all the way to the end zone here. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that brings up 4th and short.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Looking to throw. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. Ernest Jones with the pick. A nice takeaway to end that 3rd quarter. And they're going to have a new possession waiting to start the 4th. It's the Seahawks with it, currently with a not quite so comfortable lead. First and 10 from the 32.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
From the gun, Milrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offensive line fast.
A loss of 9 yards. It's 2nd down.
Throwing here, Milrow. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him again. And he's chased out of bounds behind the line. That's going to go down as a sack for the defense. 5 DBs out there for the Steelers. 3rd down. Back to throw it. Past the 25. Still on the move. And he's able to get it to the 33-yard line. Looking quickly here. He'll throw it. Absolutely fires this one right side. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go. First down now, ball at the 33. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I say this as well. In the NFL, you throw in coverage too many times, you get more interceptions. Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
319.
Desperation time here on 4th. What a clutch play late. He intercepts it.